Welcome to Real Rockford Files. Today I'll be teaming up with AI to bring you Batman's Multiverse of Horror, where the Dark Knight will be pulled from one terror-filled universe to the next. Now, let's get into it. Black Curse Rising. Nightfall at Winterfell. The Rip spits Batman into stone and shadow. He rolls on instinct, landing low in a combat stance, cape billowing in the torchlight of the crypts. His ODM gear clinks softly on his back. Cursed energy hums beneath his skin, kept steady and controlled. The Bat Devil inside him is awake, pacing but saying nothing. This is no Gotham tomb. Faces carved into stone, the iron swords clutched by statues, and the heavy chill tell him where he is. Winterfell's crypts. Then the cold changes, not just temperature but intent. The dead move. Cracking stone, cascading dust, skeleton hands pushing through the seams. The White Walkers are here. Screams echo down the hall. Tyrion shouting orders, Varys calling for silence, Sansa's voice taut with command. Batman dives past the startled crowd, retrieves a fistful of dragon glass shards from a splintered crate, and goes to work. No time for tools. He wraps one in a torn strip of cloth for grip, the rest grip bare. He smashes the sarcophagus lid into place, making a choke point, then cuts through the first white with a thrust to the skull. Ash sprays into the air. Another lunges for a child. Batman drops low, pivots, and drives a shard upward into its jaw. It collapses. He flicks a dragonglass dagger to Sansa. She catches it awkwardly. "I wouldn't know what to do with it." Batman's voice is calm, direct. "Stick 'em with the pointy end." She nods sharply. "I can do that." Tyrion stares at Batman, wide-eyed. "Of course, we're saved by a bat. The Seven really do have a sense of humor." The Bat Devil's shadow flares, pinning a white in place so Batman can crush its skull against the wall. "North stair," Batman tells Tyrion. "When the charge goes, move." "And you?" Tyrion asks. "Up." He fires a hook, grapples to the stairwell, and vanishes into the fight above. The courtyard is in chaos. Unsullied hold formation. Northmen fall screaming. The trench fire flickers and dies in sleep. Dragons roar overhead, fighting storm and frost. Batman vaults onto the wall, firing ODM lines into stone and timber, swinging over gaps in the defenses. He scatters dragonglass shards into choke points, quick, sharp throws that drop climbing whites mid-ascent. "Behind!" Brienne's voice cuts through the wind. He lands beside her, blocks a spear strike with his gauntlet, headbutts through a helmet, and hurls the attacker from the wall. "Name?" she asks between parries. "Unimportant. That arm needs a brace." Her eyes flicker. How did he see that? But she doesn't argue. He straps her pauldron tighter before pivoting to sever a White Walker's leg with a jagged shard. The creature screams like glass, collapses and disintegrates. Jaime Lannister appears, sword swinging, golden right hand catching the torchlight. He clocks Batman's bound left stump. "Between us," Jaime pants, "we make one proper night." Batman's mouth twitches. "You brought the shine, I brought the grip." Jaime laughs once, short and sharp. "Fight well, one-hander." "You too." Batman finds Arya Stark in an old library turned tomb. Whites sniffing, searching, unaware of her until she moves. She glides between shadows like a blade's edge. He mirrors her, becoming another absence in the room. She feels it and turns. Predator eyes meeting predator eyes. "Not one of ours," she whispers. "Tonight I am," he replies. A shard thrown into the far corner draws 3 whites away. Arya goes past them, silent as frost. At the stair, she flips a dragonglass dagger toward him. "I have a spear," she says. "You look like you need a point." He catches it in his right hand, feeling the Bat Devil stir in quiet approval. "Thank you." "Don't lose it." She's gone before he can answer. 3 White Walkers breach the inner ward. The first, Batman catches its swing in his devil shadow thickened cape, strips the weapon, and stabs under the arm. It breaks like brittle ice. The second, a cable feint pulls it off balance. Batman spins behind and drives the dagger upward into its skull. The third, it pins him through the thigh. He forces reverse curse technique into the wound, locking the muscle long enough to stab through its heart. It screams and the snow swallows it. The dead falter, the living push forward. The weirwood glows pale under frozen stars. Bran sits beneath it, Theon and his men defending him until Theon stands alone. The Night King approaches, cold swallowing sound. Batman lands on a branch, cloak merging with the dark, dagger ready. The Bat Devil coils, waiting. "You can't stop him," Theon murmurs, "but you can try. It's all we can do." Batman nods. "You've done more than try." Theon charges and falls. The Night King steps forward. Batman steps to meet him. He draws the circle in his mind. Cursed energy blooms black, silent, a cathedral of shadow. Domain expansion. Nocturnal Cathedral. He names it, and the godswood bends to the law he sets. Here one truth reigns. Every strike with this dagger will land. The Night King moves to block. The air freezes. Snow sharpens to glass. None of it matters. The dagger finds blue ice. Cracks spiderweb. Frost burns Batman's neck as the Night King grabs him, but Batman pushes the blade deeper. The crown shatters. The Night King explodes into wind and shards. The army of the dead falls. The yard is ash and silence. Survivors cling to life. Arya passes, eyes on him. "You kept it," she says, glancing at the dagger. "I keep what works." Jaime approaches, lifting his golden hand. "We make a fine set." "You take the gold, I'll take the night." On the rampart, Bran waits. "You won't stay?" Bran says. "I can't," Batman answers. "You could," Bran counters. "This world has its own guardians," Batman says, looking at Arya, Sansa, the survivors. "Mine is broader, messier." "The night is long in many places," Bran says. Batman nods. "Tell your sister thanks." Bran inclines his head. "She already knows." The Bat Devil stirs. "Ready. Ready." The relic opens a black-red seam in the air. Batman raises his right hand toward Jaime below. Jaime raises the gold one back. Arya catches his gaze from across the yard. A silent exchange, a promise. He looks up at the weirwood one last time. "Goodbye, Winterfell." He steps through the rift. Winter lets him go. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to click like. If you want to support my channel, please share it with your friends. If you want to hear more, don't forget to subscribe.